Well, this week we have a lot to talk about. We've been away for a while, but we should start with some memorandums. We lost Ozzy, uh, real big loss, and because we couldn't let that get all the publicity,
That doesn't work for me, brother.
we lost ourselves a Hulkamaniac, and I think maybe we should kind of have a second and a moment of silence for Hulk Hogan. If you guys will join me.
Absolutely.
All right, ready?
Fucking bullshit!
That's enough of that.
That's enough.
My man got down there and went,
There's no Hulkamaniacs here.
and that was it, man. And, he's looking up at us fondly. So let's get into it.
Never forget.
You know what I love about all of that is how I guarantee there's something on his computer right now that has a time frame of which ones to click for which bit.
Yes.
I'm just like, all right, got
No,
this
no, I'm
perfectly lined up.
I'm literally in, like, if you go to my soundboard right now, the Chic one is towards the top. And I just uploaded those other two with Hulk, like that doesn't work for me, brother, and the no Hulkamaniacs here thing.
There's no Hulkamaniacs here.
Actually, it's plenty Hulkamania somehow.
Wow.
Hey, you
they'll
know
be
what
there
though?
soon.
We made that intro song switch at a perfect fucking timing. That's
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man. Did we really have to do 4? Was it 4 or like 5?
Did
It
they
was
do
4,
one at
right?
SummerSlam?
4.
I couldn't remember if they did
Yeah.
one. I didn't see. I didn't.
No,
They did one for Raw, and I'm like, okay, that's fine,
didn't-
right? Because I think Raw was the first show.
Yeah.
Raw, because it
Then
happened.
they did
Sunday,
one in NXT.
NXT.
Then they did it at SmackDown.
Yeah,
And then they did it at SummerSlam.
I don't think they did it at SummerSlam.
They
The
did.
10 bell salute.
If they did,
Or
I don't remember.
Well, they didn't do the 10 bell salute, but then they had like a whole they redid the video package, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
bro, if you were watching the shows this week, you watched that same video package 4 fucking times, maybe 5. I don't remember if they did it both nights, but like,
Yes.
listen, politics and whatever else aside, he was a big important part of the company. I get that.
No. Well, let's start the actual podcast and then have this discussion.
We're having the discussion. Fuck it. I get it to an extent. Again, politics aside, he was still a shitbag.
Nope.
Like the amount of people that he fucked over in the process that could have done something and then didn't. Like,
Here's the way I had to divide it. Okay, is because my wife asked me about this because she saw it and was as knowing her husband's an avid wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I have to separate it into 2 categories here.
Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. Hulk Hogan, the icon that I remember as a child, that got me into wrestling, that was this louder than life, over the top cool guy that made you, for lack of a better, made you eat your vitamins and say your prayers, and I miss that, and I hate that I've lost that, because in my mind that is who that person should be. Then you have the Terry, who bit of a racist, bit of an asshole, bit of a narcissist, and I don't really have much sympathy for that.
Well, and it's funny because like you go, he did a lot for making wrestling more popular. Okay, yeah, and so it's kind of the same thing where you're like, yeah, I know we could argue it.
Him and others, I wouldn't say it's just
more,
him.
No.
Made it more mainstream, I guess.
I have a different viewpoint because it took me a minute to actually get my thoughts together.
Okay.
Like
I want to hear your viewpoint, and then I'll kind of say where I'm at.
I was like Onyx. I separated Hulk Hogan from Terry Bollea. But then I thought about it. Hulk Hogan is not LeBron James. He's not Michael Jordan. He's not Kobe Bryant. I'm naming like great sports athletes. Mind you,
Three
Hulk
solid
Hogan,
choices.
yeah, Hulk
No,
Hogan was
seriously.
a Hulk Hogan was a creation of Vince McMahon. He was picked by
Well,
Vince McMahon
he
and
was
put in that
superstar.
position.
He was superstar Billy Graham in the 80s.
Yeah,
That's what he was.
he was handpicked to put in that position.
Yeah.
He didn't make that. He didn't make it what it was. He pretty much was just a face to it, to the
Right.
idea Vince McMahon had of the perfect star.
I don't
Right.
know
I
if I
mean,
entirely
he-
agree with that, but I respect
So-
where you're coming from with it.
What I would say to slightly combat that, because I don't disagree with you fully. I do think, though, he still had to carry that. Like, he still had to take the ball and run with it. And he had, for all of his other flaws, he had the charisma to do it. We could
To
talk
some
about like in-ring work rate and all that nonsense.
I'm
Like,
throwing
obviously,
that out the window. But
Yeah.
it's just even that layer helps me separate what he did for that business to elevate the business from who he was as a person.
Yeah.
Right.
So I respect the legacy of Hulk Hogan and how that elevated, but only the legacy.
Yeah.
When it comes to Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea, can go fuck themselves.
Here's how because I'm kind of a hybrid of you both. Whereas like I'll equate it to this in a way we can kind of understand, and depending on how I feel like I know how both of you feel about this other person. It's like when I listened to the first two Kanye albums. I love those albums. I hate Kanye West, and I've always kind of hated Kanye West before like he went off the deep end. I
Yeah.
thought he was a whiny bitch of a human being before that, when he was bitching at all the award shows and he was insufferable.
Beyonce had the best
But
one.
man, those first two, but those first College Dropout and Late Registration were
Great
amazing albums.
Shit human.
Graduation, pretty good. Uh I mean, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is okay. I think people overrate the fuck out of that album.
808 and Heartbreak is his best album. I don't care.
Late Registration is his best album to me.
I don't
fuck
know.
To
it.
me,
Him rapping about banging aliens on a Katy Perry song was pretty lit.
We're not talking about that shit. But no, like
and then when he
seriously.
remixed that other song,
Yeah. No. We're gonna cut that part.
You know what concerns me more is that he had that ready on standby. That's
I still
Like,
have my
he said-
soundboard up. I'm just,
he segued the fuck out of himself to get that bit.
he's wanting to talk about this all week. Had that Kanye bit ready.
it hit me, and I was just because we were just talking about as soon as you said that. Oh, I like that one song when he was rapping about banging aliens. I went, oh, this will be a
Bad.
fun bit.
But no, like Hulk Hogan, like yeah,
Do you think we get
Especially
copyrighted for using that?
maybe by some.
No, it was less than 10
Because
seconds. We're fine.
But as a black man, like I can't respect
Well, yeah.
what he did, who he is, the person, for multiple reasons.
As somebody who's not a black man, but will still stand up for people because I think that that's bullshit
Like,
either way.
no.
Like without being,
Like, even if you
white
take
knighting
away,
it and stuff.
because it leads into this. Even if you take away the racism, he's still a shit person. For all the
Right, and
politics
that's what I
and
mean.
bullshit he did in
Union
wrestling
busting.
alone, shit, throw that motherfucker away. I almost slipped.
I'm coming for you.
Almost used the whole word. Yeah. And let's hold up.
I mean, I feel like you could.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
what
my-
are we gonna say?
Oh my god. No, speaking of Booker T,
We only had that
Ju-
1 week period where we could say it, but like you can.
fucking you cool stepping motherfuckers. I swear, just because he was cool with you does not mean he was cool with the people.
What, Booker T doesn't speak for the black community?
Booker T, Devon, I'm pretty sure there was another third black person that came on. Like, he was good to me. That doesn't mean shit. Even the way he spoke, the rich ones are okay. That was one of the good ones. That's how he spoke when the doors were closed.
What was Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django?
Oh,
What the
man.
fuck? What was his
I
name?
know what you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Was
what
it
you're talking
William,
about.
I think, or something like that? But that's
Yeah,
That's
I saw
kind
the
of what
tweet.
it sounds like, and I was just like,
Yeah, like you don't
oh, was there like a
understand.
tweet or something? I didn't even see it.
Like
I was
when
just thinking it
Hogan
when you
died,
said that, and I went, oh,
it was like a repo. It was a retweet of Devon talking about it, and it's just
okay,
Django holding. It's just Samuel Jackson character holding what's his name, crying. He's like, that's how
Oh
it
yeah.
seemed.
yeah,
Yeah, that's how it comes off because of the way he spoke about black people while he was alive, and then
yeah.
doubling down. And his apology wasn't an apology to our people. It was an apology for the fact that he got caught. And then to double down with the whole black influencer with his beard showed he
Oh
didn't
yeah,
change.
that, and then
He never changed.
again,
He never felt hard for it.
we
So why
we
the
won't
fuck do y'all come out the woodwork for this shit?
Yeah.
we won't fully discuss politics, but the Kamala thing he did about her being black and Indian, and like he got real weird about that too, and I was just like,
Like he didn't
dude,
change. So why are
it's
y'all
not a
come?
good look, bro. Like that.
The only one I respect kindly for like defending him, I get it. It's Kevin Nash.
Right.
Kevin Nash is cool. He
Because you know he's
he
usually on the
respects he respects the culture. He
yeah.
respects everyone, and I get it. For him, that's a friend. He's lost too many people.
Well, see,
It's like Luke
that was gonna be my question is because I saw a lot, and of course it's Twitter, so everybody hates everybody on Twitter. In all
No,
fairness,
you shouldn't. You should have the. Everyone has the right to feel the way they do about Hulk Hogan.
because I saw
If
Jimmy
you,
Hart was getting backlash for being upset, and it's like, yeah,
you
I mean, this is a
no,
guy that
y'all
was
are
like
dickheads.
his guy, like
You know, though, if I don't like Hulk Hogan and I want that motherfucker to burn in hell, I have that right to say that. If
Yeah.
someone says I respect him and I want him to rest in peace in heaven, you also have the right to say that. I'm not going to influence other people to to see it my way. I only give my opinion. If you force your opinion on other people, that's when you become a dickhead.
yeah.
Outright. Full stop. Because everybody's like everyone's like a Chelsea Green because she posted something positive about Hulk Hogan. And it's like,
Yeah.
you fucking assholes.
Well, did you all
Who the
see?
fuck are y'all to
And I
She
know,
like deleted. She like suspended her
She
own
she
Twitter,
deleted the
right? She
tweet,
deleted
suspended
it.
her,
Yeah,
yes, and removed herself from Twitter.
that's crazy.
And it's like
um,
she had a different opinion. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you all, because like I said, I know we all kind of have different interactions with TikTok and whatnot. Have you all seen the Joey Swole stuff? I don't know if you all know who Joey Swole is.
Yeah.
I actually blocked. Nope, blocked him.
Oh
Okay.
I
no.
used to like. I
Wait.
used
So
to like Joey Swole until that.
Did you block
see
him
what?
because of
Did
this,
you see?
or
You did
Yes.
see what happened.
okay?
It was specific. He was cool up until one specific verbiage. And
Was
you
it the
know
C
what
word?
You
was.
can say it because if
Yes.
we say it, it's not gonna be.
calling them colored athletes. That's where you lose me.
Yeah,
So
that was a
Because
bold choice.
I
And then
ha-
he tried to play it off like he didn't realize that was like insensitive.
as
And you
someone
go,
whose whole
bro, there's
content
no
is
fucking
fixing
way.
I'll
no,
save mine
as
for
someone
after.
whose content is fixing other people's etiquette in gyms, he should know better. He knew how that comes off, especially when you're bringing up
he
Hulk
needs to
Hogan.
do better.
Do better.
Like that was a crazy, connection to talk about Hulk Hogan in a good light and then use colored in any verbiage. No, you've lost the plot. Just apologize. Just say I did. I forgot it's people of color. That would have I used the wrong term.
Yeah.
Instead of colored athlete, I should have used athletes of color. That's all he had to do. It would have been it was a slip of the tongue. I fucked up. Cool. That's not what he did. He doubled down so he can go fuck himself. Defending Hulk Hogan of all people.
Fair enough.
And like again, even if you were defending your love of Hulk Hogan because of like shit he did as a kid, and even if you were so oblivious to all the shit, it was still that verbiage where you went, really?
Why?
That's
Like,
the defense. That's the defensive stance you decided to fucking take. Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
that's where you stand. All right, cool. This is where we are right now.
All right, so a little out of order today.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of fucked
I
up
kind of
your
dig it.
whole
It's fine.
thing. I needed to last time I said I was going to bring a little chaos to the podcast, I was exhausted and did bring zero chaos to the podcast. So this time I figured it was apropos.
So if
Start
you've made
drinking
it this
water.
far in, you're either a regular or you just like watching people complain about shit on the internet. This is Cream of the Crop podcast. I am one of three hosts, as you can see. I am Onyx. We have Olas and KJ. We get on the internet and talk about
I was in
wrestling
sync. I like that. That was
and,
nice.
and gaming, and go on old men rants because we're all so close to death.
Oh, this ain't gonna be the last rant. Trust
I
me.
got
No,
like
I'm
10 years on you guys. Man. Like,
We got.
I mean,
We
I
got a
didn't
couple
say
more.
he was going first. I just said we're all close.
Oh, I'm just saying, there's a couple more topics that lead into that.
Oh, I got another fun one. So yeah, that's
Oh
fine.
Lord.
I got it lined up.
All right, let me talk about the video game stuff before we go into because there's actually some video game drama too that needs to be
Yes.
talked about. So usually we try to start with a little This Week in Geek, but we're changing it up this week and just fucking having a free for all because that's what the fun stuff is. But since we're already in a pissed off mood, let's go ahead and keep talking about shit that's gonna piss us off. Because all of the gaming stuff is just gonna be awful.
My Morphin Power Rangers in Fortnite. I have a personal beef with that.
What do they do to you, guy? Is there no?
I'm just sick
Never
of.
mind.
They do have a Black Ranger. Calm down. I am sick. As a Power Rangers fan,
Okay.
I hate that they overly rely on one team. It has been 20. That show has been going on for 20 plus years, and there's only been the same fucking team. If you like it, go ahead.
Good
But
team.
damn it, no, they're not.
Better team.
Collectively, one of the worst teams.
I
Actually,
think
one of the worst teams.
power
All
level
right.
here.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm only talking shit because it's like the only team I'm really familiar with.
Do you want to know what
Because
the funny
that was
thing
my introduction.
Like,
to Power Rangers.
is? Is the
like,
power
lore-wise,
level
one of
wise?
the weakest,
Zeo is actually, I think, the strongest,
the strongest.
which is just the shapes, where they're the Power Rangers with the shapes on their face.
Yeah,
Because,
it was like one was it one
Lore-
of them like black with the gold
Yeah.
thing or whatever?
So
Is that
that's
what I'm
that's
thinking?
actually
Yeah.
the
because
Red Ranger comes
that's the
back and
gold.
becomes the Black and Gold Ranger.
Yeah. Because that's not the Black Ranger, that's the Gold Ranger.
Yeah.
Even though most
Even
of
though
the
his
costume
main color
is
is
mainly
black.
black.
Right.
Tommy
Just
went
like the
from
Green
white-
Ranger had
went from
green,
green
but
to white
he
to
didn't
red.
have the gold. Yeah.
But don't
black.
but don't let it confuse you because Tommy also becomes a Black and Gold
Black
Ranger, but he's a Black Ranger in that one. It's not a Gold
Yeah.
Ranger, even though it has the same amount of gold that the Zeo one
Yep.
did.
No, because Zeo lore is the Zeo crystal continuously gains power as time goes on. Technically, it has been continuously gaining power till this day, but that's not the point.
Who'd have thought the shapes one would have been the most powerful?
No, actually,
all
there's
the
another-
animals.
No, there's another one where in Power Rangers lore, there's a universe where their power system created a black hole and then created a split universe where dinosaurs never went extinct. Basically
On the
creating
Dino
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Seems like might be an issue.
It's a universe where dinosaurs are just around now.
Speaking of dinosaurs, there's one.
Man,
Yeah,
I
felt that.
but
talking shit.
Sorry.
to start
That was-
the who's the biggest dickhead pissing contest of video games this week.
1G.
Switch.
Actually, no.
Switch coming out with some news in true Ubisoft fashion. Have decided to increase their prices. Now, when you hear that, you might be thinking that I'm saying the Switch 2 is now going to be $500. No, they're going to be increasing Switch 1 prices.
What the
The Switch Lite and Switch are both getting price increases. I think it was anywhere from $50 to $75. So, really circling the wagon, trying to price you out of the Switch to buy the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And like not even hiding it. It's
Well,
absolutely
you
what
might
they're
as
doing.
well just spend the extra,
Yeah.
extra whatever amount of money on the Switch too.
I can't remember what the exact prices were. Let me see. Sure, I could find it on the interwebs. So the standard Switch will be going from $299 to $339. The OLED Switch will be
Trump.
going from $349 to $399. Switch Lite will be going from $199 to $229. Joy-Cons will also be increasing in price. Fucking shocker. Yeah, between they're really determined to make sure everybody hates Nintendo now.
Yes.
Like between I could almost get over the Switch 2 price. I could almost get over that and go, okay, like this kind of sucks, but like, but I think what pisses me off the most is not the video games, not the Switch price, not even the Switch 1 increases. It's how much they're charging for that piece of shit camera they want you to buy for the stuff to play with it. Like I've seen Nokia cell phones that have a better fucking camera on it than that damn piece of crap camera they want you to buy. Like I almost got suckered because they had a Piranha Plant one. I'm like, you know what? That would sucker me. Like that's kind of neat. And then I saw the camera quality and I'm just like, there's no chance. Like this is like Blair Witch. Like it's like I'm watching Blair Witch projects. I don't know, man. At some point I hope they learn a lesson, but I know as gamers they never will because unfortunately there's still people that are going to be stupid and buy this stuff.
Every time.
I still refuse. Like I'm still boycotting this. Like there's nothing they're releasing that I go, oh, I gotta have it. Because
I'm okay.
the new Mario Kart's been slandered to hell that there's just zero content to it for an open world racing game. There's zero content to it. I've heard relatively good things about Donkey Kong, but even then, that's not enough for me to buy a $500,
console.
One game. Yeah.
The Mario Party, which has already been out on Switch, they released their Mario Party upgrade to that, which is literally just adding a camera ability to it.
But what about Pokemon? That's coming out soon.
Yeah, but that's coming out on
maybe.
Switch. It's gonna be on Switch 1. So I mean, the games they still barely run as they should on the Switch 2 for the PS4 graphic quality that they have for 2025.
I don't have high hopes for a Pokemon game right now.
I don't either.
Every time, unless they somehow buy the rights and call it not Pal World, I think it'll probably be.
Hey, you got like Microsoft doing their Pokemon. I mean, they're coming out with like a Pokemon Power World S game, so let's see if they sue them.
Can't wait for them to get sued. Yeah.
Fucking Game Freak is making Monster Hunter now. Like real good quality, like no, it's not even Monster Hunter. It's like Souls like games.
Yeah. But I just it kills me. And then so I don't know how much you all have kept up with any of this, but it's been absolutely everywhere on my For You page, my YouTube shorts, everything and it's kind of two-parter. For one, the Spotify drama, where I guess Spotify is gonna have to start having you give like an age restriction, verification, and like the game censoring that went on with Steam, where like the quote unquote adult games that Steam blacklisted.
It wasn't just Steam.
Was it across the board? Like
Steam, Itch.io?
Itch.io, yeah. So it started. So they've been around for a while.
Yeah, I know them just because they tried to get GTA 5.
It's a group called Collective Shout. I think they're based in Australia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
They got back in the news recently because of that No Mercy game. And folks, it's not the N64 game. It's nothing like the N64 game.
No, it's not.
And it was a really fucked up theme of a game.
Yes.
It's one of those NSFW type of games. And hold on, sorry. She ripped her nail off, and we just took the stuff off, like the wrap. So I'm trying to get her to like not fuck with it. Otherwise, I have to cone her, and it just makes me sad looking at her looking depressed in the cone. Sorry. Anyway, so it
Shame.
started with this. It's this group called Collective Shout. They were going after that No Mercy game, and here's a thing I saw where it was like, yeah, who's really gonna defend that kind of game? So it's like, I get it, whatever. Let them pull that from Steam, yada yada. Well, now they're going off after just anything that they deem
Not safe for
not
work.
not good, whether it's GTA, because there's like adult games in there, of course, but there are other games where you're like, really? What was the one I said? It was I gotta find that list again, and it was like a game that you're just like, really? Like this is your biggest like thing you're worried. Oh,
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human. That was the one where it was like, oh, because they show child abuse
In the
things.
first section
Yeah, but I'm like, it's a
with Kara.
character development. Like, it's the whole reason. And again, spoilers
Yeah.
if you haven't played it. It's where she breaks her coding to like give herself the autonomy to protect the child. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, not everything's
like-
supposed to be like sunshine and rainbows and unicorn farts and shit. Like, I don't
It's a
understand
give a
why.
mouse a cookie situation.
Yeah.
You let them get one game off, which everyone collectively went, you got that. And
Yeah.
now they said, oh, well, since we can do this, let's go for everything else.
Well, to the point where they like bitched so much. I think they bragged about sending over 1,000 emails and ended up like having like Visa and MasterCard
Yep.
like fuck with things, and now they were trying to like censor, like to make Visa and MasterCard censor what you're allowed to spend your own money on, and it's like, well, hold on.
Yeah. So
Where does it stop?
they're also trying to eliminate porn on X from their website, or at least what their website says. Ban porn on X. Oh, this looks like a riveting group of people.
Yeah.
Good. This is why people don't like religious people.
Yes.
But and
always.
that's what it is. It's like the ultra religious,
It's the ones who go outside of cons
like
saying
can't
you will
show
burn.
your ankles, like
Show them ankles, you harlot.
yeah, fucking Jezebel.
But yeah, it's I get it to a degree. It's like you said, there's certain games that you go, yeah, that probably shouldn't be readily available on a platform that like kids can. Here's the other thing though. As someone
They
who
will
has a
find it
child,
They will find it
I was gonna say,
regardless. So who the
you're
fuck
the
cares?
parent. Yeah.
as someone who has a child, my understanding is that it is no one's responsibility but my own to keep track of what
To
my child looks at.
Yeah.
So although I understand the thought process, as a parent it makes sense. It's a real drop slope there from trying to be helpful to trying to be controlling. That's
Well, because the problem is they mask it as helpful
yeah.
but really it's controlling.
Because I mean, it's not the government, it's not video game companies. They're not the people that should be parenting your children. You should be, and I'm not trying to be on a soapbox here. I'm not a perfect parent by any means.
Yeah, fuck it.
But it's nobody else's job but mine and my wife's job to parent what my child views in a regular basis. Because I see like the videos of mom and dads that don't let their kids play Roblox. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's instead of just taking it away, have we thought about, okay, let's try to figure out what to stay away from? Because like there's things I want her to be able to experience, but like YouTube's a good one. So my wife had a big concern on YouTube of letting her use YouTube on like her iPad or on the TV, of how close do we need to monitor that? And and that's where you kind of get into what algorithms should be doing in a correct way. Is if your child is maintaining this kind of content, it's going to keep that kind of content in the pool of what they're going to be able to watch. Because you get the horror stories where it's these kids that, oh, I was watching Bluey, and then it turned into this like almost satanic Bluey episode. I go, yeah, that doesn't really happen like you think it does. Like that's if that
Well,
happens,
don't they?
you're looking at other stuff too. Like it just doesn't.
Right. Don't they have like YouTube Kids to
And they
kind
do,
of
yeah.
specifically keep
It was
it
like
age restricted
it
and
was like one thing that happened where a bunch of YouTube, like this random channel had what was it, the SpongeBob Elsa thing,
Yeah.
where they were like weirdly adult themed videos, but it was passed off as YouTube Kids, and that got past a couple of adults, and it became a bigger deal than it actually was.
And I'm not saying that there's not a possibility that that could ever happen, but I
Yeah,
also maintain a consistent, like, I'm checking on my kid every so often to make sure what's
it
on
was
TV
only
is appropriate, you know.
see, and that was the thing. It was that only happened because people left like the iPad or TV running consistently and
Yeah.
never went back to check what they were watching.
Yeah.
So it ended up going for so long that those videos kind of filtered into YouTube Kids.
Yeah. And
So it was
even I
more
have it set up where like I get emails of like histories of what's been watched and you know what files into it. So like there's ways to parent and to monitor. It's unfortunately, and I'm not saying all parents because it's not, but like some of this boils down to just laziness. Parents are fucking kids, guys. Like that's really what it boils down to. My parents didn't want me playing GTA and did everything they could to not play GTA. And you know what? I still played, you know, in my teenage years, I still played GTA. Like that's the thing.
uh,
The other part is people are going to find ways, especially in certain age groups.
well, and I will say, like, yeah, accessibility is a lot easier nowadays than
It
it
is.
was to like other things. Like, I remember getting in trouble for having the Eminem album. This was like 99 because I was, you know, like 12, 13. And he was saying some crazy shit on that album.
Hi kids,
And
do you like that?
they did not want me listening to that album, so I bought it in secret and only played it when they weren't home. You know, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Had it in my Walkman, but they couldn't. Like, I had a spare like CD or something that like I could hide to play it. Yeah, so you know, kids are still gonna do dumb shit. 'Cause
Just
they're
have some
kids.
accountability. Like at some
But
point
yeah,
it
like,
falls on parents' shoulders to be parents and keep track. You know, it's real easy to pop the iPad in front of kids and just fuck off.
and just ignore them for hours and be like, oh well, they're quiet, so I'm good. Like, no.
Because like even you know she will come in here and while I'm playing stuff, and there's specific stuff that I will stop playing when she's in the room because it's not appropriate for her to watch. So it's just I don't know. It's a thin line where I understand the thought process, but I feel like we're really masking a hidden agenda here under the guise of
That's
protection.
exactly what we're doing.
yeah.
And that's the problem. If it was like, hey, like we're gonna keep it to this style, like we don't want these kinds of things because there were like I know people have to like censor their language because then the videos whatever blah blah blah, but there was like basically sexual assault in the one game where
Yeah.
it got all the press release and news and things, and like, yeah, if you want to like censor that or you want to like try and combat that from even coming out, I do get it.
Yeah,
But
I'd sign that waiver. Like if
we're
that's you know
also the only problem we're running into is if we give into that, like, and this is where it gets into that slippery slope, right? And I'm not defending this game by any means. I think it's a shitty concept, awful things. But we get into this game makes you do this. You know what I mean? Like, that's where, like, oh, you play GTA, you're going to start killing people. You're going to go shoot up a school. You're going to go kill cops. You're going to blah, blah, blah. And it's like, violent video games don't make me violent. Violent music doesn't make me violent.
and that's been a
You know what I mean?
battle
Like,
for decades. You know that
it's very much like satanic panic in
Yeah.
a video game censorship type of thing.
and like I said, it's been for decades. I mean, rap music was the reason people were violent. Now and then it was video game. You know,
And
you
before that, it
doing
was like
these
Twisted Sister and
Yeah.
Ozzy and fucking, you know, like all
makes
the
you a
fucking shit.
Satanist. So like There's always some
If you
proverbial.
play the record backwards, they're worshiping Satan, like that kind of stuff.
If you play Eddie Frampton backwards, it's worshiping Satan. And what's worse, if you play it forward, it's Eddie Frampton.
It's Eddie Frampton.
Man, there is a niche group of people in this world that I absolutely just pissed off with that joke. But no, it's that proverbial, that calling wolf. It's always going to be something there's always going to be a blaming instead of blaming what the actual issues are. Moral of the story: parent your fucking kids, guys. It's just
Stop being a pussy.
if you don't want your kids on stuff, maybe, and I say this like once again from somebody that's not a perfect father by any means of the stretch of imagination, but I've also learned from my mistakes and don't keep making the same ones over and over again. Even to the point that I censor myself because the version of this is not the version that she sees very regularly.
Yeah.
She might
Also,
hear it
just
because she's like,
Yeah, well, that's fair. Just a friendly reminder for everybody. All of those games are rated for specific purposes so that your kids aren't getting a hold of it. So if you're allowing your kids to get rated M games and then bitching about the content in that game, who fucked up there? Because it wasn't the developer. They rated the game. It was your stupid ass who allowed your fucking child to buy a game that's supposed to be for 18-year-olds.
yeah, no, that's absolutely. And then the last bit I got here is kind of there's good and bad to this.
It's gonna be good because we're gonna shit on the bad in a fun way.
So if you've not been under a rock, Battlefield 6 has dropped their beta, and to very much of the entirety of the internet's surprise, it actually is pretty good and works.
Yes.
Now, and I say that with every good, there's some bad. So obviously there's been some critique, not just from, pro streamers, as I guess I'll call it, but community in general. Because I know, so part of the issue with Battlefield 6 is that you have to enter your computer in a very specific way for the anti-cheat, or it won't work. And so people complained about that. I'm in one of those that I'm oddly okay with that. I don't really care. I want anti-cheats that work. As someone who's played COD for the last 5 years and has had an anti-cheat that's been as good as a wet napkin, it's nice to have, and even if it still misses a few, the fact that I think they said they've stopped about 330,000 like cheating attempts.
Jesus Christ.
That number right there is the exact reason that it needed to be done.
Also, it's just loser behavior.
Yeah. But it's released and is, for it being a beta, it seems relatively polished. I've been enjoying it. I've played it kind of nonstop this weekend, and I will obviously continue to play it in its next beta format for next weekend. But the bad comes from the pro streamer aspect of it. So they obviously,
Speaking of betas,
yeah. Jesus. We're never gonna make it.
I don't give a shit.
But so they in EA fashion, they invited a bunch of content creators, and I shouldn't say that all of it was bad. There was plenty of content creators that gave good criticisms. I still think Tim the Tatman had one of the better aspects of it, although I disagree with it. I understand his mentality of it. And then you have XQC, you have the Nick Merckx, you have oh god, who was the other one? Fuck, there was one more that kept running his mouth about shit he didn't know nothing about, and I cannot remember who it was. It's gonna bug me.
I'm sure they have a habit of it. So insert random,
Whoever you're
in-mouth
thinking.
streamer. Yeah. Man, I really wish this not Call of Duty game played a lot more like Call of Duty, even though I already play Call of Duty. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. You're not a first-person shooter fan. You're a Call of Duty fan. Shut the fuck up. Go play Call of Duty and shut the fuck up. I don't know if I said it before, but just shut the fuck up. Like, the running theme lately is like, if these streamers hate this game, it probably means good things are about the game.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Oh, it needs to have a what is it? A battle pass?
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
so there's been four main arguments that I've heard among that group. One, it needs a battle pass. I I'll list them and then we'll kind of get into it. The other one is obviously it needs a battle royale because every game needs a battle royale. It needs a ranked mode because somehow we're gonna do a ranked mode for this 64 versus 64 game. And that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty much been those three. They want Call of Duty in this game is what they're inherently saying.
And they're bitching about the lack of like meta rollouts and two primary weapons and
That's it. That's who it was. Oh, thank you. Shroud. Fucking running his mouth. So yeah, Shroud gets like 5 seconds into the gameplay trailer. Already complaining, oh, you shouldn't be able to do 2 assault weapons because then it really fucks with the flow, and then proceeds to stream the game using the class that he's complaining about. Also, newsflash, as somebody that plays Call of Duty, you can do that in Call of Duty too. Like, that's not fucking new. Also, who are you? Your game didn't even make it a year. I don't know if you're the guy I'm going to listen to about critiques on the game that's been around for 2 decades. I just, and don't even get me started on the XQC shit, because that guy, that is someone who literally knows nothing of what he's talking about, but 100% believes his own bullshit.
On every topic, by the way.
On everything.
It's not just
He is the pirate software of just just give this guy
Except
a Blizzard job.
He's not a fucking Nepo hire second generation Blizzard employee.
But
the first second generation Blizzard employee.
But he also
7
never
years.
talks about it.
Never talks about it though. Yeah.
He
Never
can
comes
run
up.
his game on a fridge.
Yeah.
Even though it's just using the monitor, but okay. Let's not talk about that.
But no, so here's the good and bad, just from my playthroughs.
Yeah, you played it, so that's
gun mechanics feel great, movement feels great. It is a Battlefield game. It plays. If you liked Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 1, it plays the exact same way.
What about 2042? I heard that was. I'm kidding. I'm too blurry for this.
There's not been a lot of bad to it, other than like small things that need to be tweaked. For this being a beta, it is pretty damn done.
And I was gonna say that too. I mean, we have to remember it's in beta. Like it's like a lot of the shit that you might feel is like not optimized well at the moment will likely get tweaked. Hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Like,
and there's a few glitches. Like any beta is gonna. I don't mind. Here's the thing. I don't mind when your game fucks up in beta. I have an issue when you drop the game and it's still not playable.
Right.
With that being said, if they had dropped this game today the way it is in this beta, I would be perfectly content with it. There's very few things that have aggravated me that I've gone, oh, this is super broken. A few things need to be tweaked, but outside of that, this is the perfect example of, hey, this is ready for full release. Let's see what needs to be tweaked after that, and we can put an update. And the maps all play really well. I'm running it on a pretty standard PC, and I've ran it on the highest settings, and it presents no issue. Runs really smooth, loads perfectly. A few overlay issues, but that's to be expected with something like this, where me simply backing to the menu fixed it. So I'm thrilled about it. To the joke that I made, this game is so good for me that I'm almost tempted to pre-order it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it drops for another open beta next weekend, starting on Thursday. So for those that are interested, I would definitely give it a check out. It does not need a battle royale. It's getting one. They've already announced,
Is
like
it?
they've announced without announcing that it's getting one.
I wonder how they're gonna do that.
It's gonna be like the Battlefield 1, where it's that firestorm. Where the only thing I hope is that they do, because I didn't mind that one inherently. My only complaint is that the guns came preloaded out with optics. So like if I
Okay.
wanted to switch stuff out and I didn't like this sight or this muzzle for it, I just was stuck with that. I want them, if they're going to do it, it needs to be a PUBG style where I can switch attachments in the game to make it whatever I need it to be. But that's where, so because the Tim the Tatman had a comment about it where he basically, as the BR guy, that's what he makes a lot of his content in, and I don't disrespect that. That's, if that works for you, it works for you. But made the similar comment and tried to make a connection to Halo Infinite, that Halo Infinite inherently failed because it didn't release a battle royale. If, and as the Halo guy here, if you played Halo Infinite, it wouldn't have mattered if there had been a battle royale. It still would have flipped.
That's not the problem that Halo Infinite had.
No,
The
because
problem is it was bare bones when it came out, and took them what, a year plus to add in features that were in multiple Halo games from the jump.
yeah,
The roadmap constantly getting pushed back. Battle passes that were posted last 6 months being a year and a half.
yeah.
Like, that's the problem.
And basically his aggravation is that people keep telling him the battle royale genre is oversaturated, which it absolutely is. It is oversaturated and overdone. And that's from somebody that plays those. Like I used to really like that genre, but it became such a point that, one, everybody's trying to be the next Tim the Tatman, and you can't have fun in them anymore.
Also, COD ruined it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. COD perfected it and then ruined it all within the
Yep.
same 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's the thing, right? Like Blackout, was it 4 was the
yeah,
first one?
yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
I didn't
And
care
I
for
don't play a
that.
ton of
Yeah,
battle royale games. Like I played PUBG and I played Blackout, and then I played, what is it just called? What is it called now?
it's just
Warfare?
Warzone. Yeah,
Warzone. Right. Sorry. I think I played like the next version that came out after
yeah.
Blackout, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. And then it's just
COVID Warzone is the peak of where that game was the best it was, and it's just, they tried to add too much to it and just completely fucked it. I would say Fortnite's still the only one that's relatively successful because I think they have a good model of when to take shit out and when to put shit in. They don't have this oversaturated pool of weaponry that they can't balance. They vault stuff and they bring it back and keep it as close to being fair as possible. But I
you know
don't.
why they're successful.
Why?
Honestly, I give it an acronym. I call it KISS, right? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I mean that's
Like,
inherently, yeah.
and I'm not like I'm not insulting anybody when I say that. I mean like simple, stupid, as in like you don't really have to think about, like, it's just doing what it needs to do, and there's no like unnecessary thought process. They're not trying to overcomplicate or overdo anything. Like they're just doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I know that that can come across like an insult, and I don't mean it to be an insult. I know you play Fortnite. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I'm not trying to
No.
insult people that play Fortnite. This isn't 2016. I'm not calling people like gay babies or whatever the fuck for playing Fortnite. Like, something stupid. Um, but it's such a simplistic thing, and that's why it's so popular because anybody can play it without it being this like obnoxious shit.
Yeah. No, the state that COD's in right now is just the amount of just stupid crossovers, and like it's become the game gets less work, and it's the Warzone and the cosmetics that get all of this love. Like the fact that Stan Smith and Beavis and Butthead are in Call of Duty right now defeats all the purpose of why people play. Like, I don't want this. I want tactical stuff. That's the whole premise of why I like this game, you know.
They haven't really ever been that tactical of a genre.
Well, yeah, but I mean more aesthetically.
If you're talking like tactical,
I
yeah.
just
Well,
mean
no,
aesthetic.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
not like
that's somebody who
Siege or
likes-
Ready or Not, where
I was gonna
it's,
say,
you know,
as somebody who likes tactical games, they are not that.
yeah. But no, I have high hopes for this, and I kind of shared a quote that an ex Blizzard CEO, it's not Pirate Software, that said this, but I do agree with this quote. And it's basically the guy says, if I can find it again, I just had it bookmarked. Basically says that Battlefield 6 will boot stomp, which is, I love, that's the phrasing we went with. Is they're gonna boot stomp Call of Duty this year because the franchise has gone downhill, which I inherently agree with. Calls it a victory for players as COD won't be lazy anymore. I like that we're finally having games that are making other games be better.
Just step up.
Because I called it when Marvel Rivals came out. I go, Overwatch is gonna have to pivot or they're gonna die. And what did they fucking do? They did. They added stuff that people wanted. Because now it's not just them anymore. You know, it's not the only game around. So by all means, if this means that Call of Duty will actually start pumping out games that are fucking good again, I'm sold.
Some of us are having that moment now where I guess the Expedition 33 devs met with like Square Enix. And because a lot of people have been complaining about the quality of Final Fantasy games, the last like 2 or 3 games that have not been as well received.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, maybe they'll kind of encourage them to kind of change the way they're doing stuff and maybe kind of step up a little bit, and keep it like a fun, competitive type of thing. Like if you're meeting with other companies, I think that makes for a good like competitive without being crazy or like, hey, we'll kind of work together on shit. I think that sounds pretty dope, actually.
Well, you gotta think, even like that golden age of the Xbox 360 era, it was multiple companies competing against each other to drop the best product. And that's when we get our good Call of Duties, our good Battlefields, our great Halos, was during that time because there was competition.
Yeah.
Now,
it's why things like sports games are so stagnant, because like Madden, EA has the monopoly on football game.
Does EA own college football now?
Yes.
Do they? I couldn't remember.
Because it's the same system as Madden.
Yeah.
They always have. They've always had the college football games were always EA.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was a different company.
No, they've pretty much always been EA, and then they stopped for a bunch of years, and then they finally came back. I think last year, right?
Yeah,
It was the
25.
first in a while. Yeah. Like baseball games are all made by one company now, which is Sony.
Yeah.
All the basketball games are now made by 2K, where it used to be EA, and then you had like some other, whatever.
Wrestling games, all 2K now.
Right, as opposed to like all the other. I mean, obviously AEW had the THQ. Okay.
You had to be on THC to.
that was the RVD version, guys. Sorry. But like, yeah, you want some different things. Like one of the arguably one of the best baseball games ever, was made by, I think it was EA, if I'm not mistaken. It was like MVP Baseball 05.
Yeah.
One of the best football games was made by 2K. And you're like, oh, okay. And like, you got some really good NBA games out of EA, but then, you got some good ones out of 2K, but 2K is the only thing. And like, it just gets repetitive and there's not much changing because there's no need to step up.
You know what my biggest
You're having yearly releases and go ahead, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're fine. My biggest complaint of that genre is the realism became too much of what the game was. I don't.
Yeah, they don't have like the fun versions of stuff anymore.
Yeah, like
the
Blitz,
MLB Slugfest, and the Blitz, and
the street.
the street game. The street games were dope.
Like I just don't always need this over realistic. Like I'm fine that
Same
being a part
graphics.
of it, but like I don't need to feel like I'm doing it. I don't play games because I'm good at basketball. I would just play basketball.
I just want a character to do like 15 flips.
Yeah, like it just. But
Do
see,
some
like,
weird shit. I
but
don't
even
care.
like
Have some fun with it.
wrestling games, that was part of the fun of like the SmackDown versus Raw was the stupid over the top shit you could do. The
Remember
like
when you can create your own finisher and everyone's finisher with like 20 different
dick
moves?
kicks, like 30 dick kicks and a stunner.
No, it was a
or
stunner
like-
into a burning hammer into
Yeah.
a 5-star frog splash somehow.
Hey, they say.
But it's still in it with a dick kick.
But like,
did you see why they
you
say
should-
they can't do that anymore? Is because of the old gen consoles. I go, yeah, fuck those guys. I don't. They just
Sorry.
get
It'd be
a
fun.
get a better console, and then you can have the creative.
Jesus Christ.
At least that's what they
Uh,
blame. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah,
but-
it's bullshit. If they were able to do it on the old games, they should be able to do it on the new. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
they
my-
never will.
If my PS2 can do this, then I think.
Right. I was doing creative finisher on the 360. Like, I think we'll be okay.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's about as good as it's gonna get for gaming. So let's move back since we started with wrestling, but let's move back into the wrestling repertoire of ours. So what complaints do you guys still have? Because I know there's something both of you got. I guarantee it.
What, wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where do you want to
There's
start?
a few.
I mean,
yeah.
where do we want to start? Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that none of it's great.
Do you want to start with Brock Lesnar or do you want to start with the bullshit? Or like the ESPN?
Rapist!
Oh, fuck.
Guess made my decision for me.
There
So-
it is.
He's not that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
So-
by the way. Yeah.
It's not even allegedly, even by the lawsuit standards and what's in the
No,
lawsuit,
yes.
it wouldn't be considered by that.
Because nothing physically happened.
No, it's not even
According to the.
that. Actually, yes. Because the
Yeah.
whole ordeal was trafficking. Vince McMahon was
For Vince,
trafficking
right.
Janelle to Brock. They exchanged phone numbers. I think pictures, texts, and videos were shared. There was
But
supposed
not
to be a meetup.
necessarily by her, from what I think I
No,
read.
according
think-
to the lawsuit, Brock requested pictures and videos from her. It is not explicitly told that they were sent.
Yeah. I know he
But
was
there is
sent
an assumption.
pictures by,
Vince. Yes.
again, according
So,
to. This,
according to the
we-
lawsuit, Vince did share pictures of Janelle to other employees as a way to entice them. But part of that, including Brock Lesnar, was their numbers being exchanged and there were text exchange. Whether or not I think it was stated that he requested photos and videos, but I don't think it was actually specifically said that those were exchanged. There was supposed to be a meetup, but it was in Connecticut, but that was the Raw or SmackDown where it snowed heavily
The blue.
and then changed plans. So
And then he got like
she
really
canceled.
drunk or something, and
No, she claimed she had COVID.
oh no,
to
that
get
was
out
that
of it.
one. But then there was like another one where they were supposed to, like, they did meet or something, and then he got like too drunk, and they didn't end up like doing anything.
So
I
they
don't, I don't
never
remember the
actually-
exact.
Damn, whiskey.
According to the lawsuit, they never actually had sex. According to the lawsuit,
Yes.
But according to a lawsuit, Vince heavily trafficked Miss Grant to Brock Lesnar, and he was all for it. He benefited from this situation, which makes him complicit in the situation itself.
Was this
Correct.
So to
prior to him
have
being married or before?
while this is currently while he's married,
Jeez.
because he's been married for a while.
Let's say
To
Yeah,
say
they've been married
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah.
so it's actively cheating on his wife.
I
but
mean, in all
that's-
fairness, she
that's
seems
the
like the
least-
type to be into it. So
That's the least of the problems. Like it's the fact that they brought him back.
yeah,
Well, apparently they did clear it with legal in terms of like liability. And again, it's not much of
It's
what
not
they're
the
doing right
legal
now is
thing.
not a good look.
It's not a legal thing; it's a moral thing. Like
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like most of
so
this,
to clarify,
and
before we go any further, just so that
Yeah.
everybody can follow this timeline along, we were referencing the SummerSlam at the end of all this. That John Cena's what should have been John Cena's see you
one
later.
of his best matches.
Yes, it was.
It was a great main event that ended on a very strong sour note.
Yeah,
The once that music started playing,
but
and that one guy got hit with pyro.
I'm gonna say two
Yeah.
things. This whole thing aside, kind of didn't care if he was back. I just don't need him. We don't
He's
need
had the same
him back.
storyline every time. Also, specifically, I just want this. It'll probably never reach this person, but fuck the Brock Lesnar guy. Fuck that guy specifically.
Because he tried to rebrand
He's-
himself until Brock came back, and then like
And I
went
was like,
full-
I'm a Brock guy forever. Like
right.
he's just a weirdo.
Just
It's like
okay.
it's,
Also,
no.
if your claim to fame is that like
You did one reaction
2
to Brock Lesnar
seconds
coming
in the crowd of like,
because it's not like green shirt guy who generally seems like a nice person, and all the wrestlers like just generally like, oh, you're a nice guy.
yeah.
And it's like he just happens to be at the shows, and there's just he just wears the same shirt to identify himself.
Which
Cool.
is hilarious.
Yeah, and no,
But
he's
that's
selling
like
those
your
shirts
whole
now.
internet fame. Like that's so
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like,
And everyone goes, "Oh, it's a green shirt guy," and then keeps it moving. The lore is like either he has family in WWE or he works this high profile job where he makes all this money,
right.
and that's fun. But the Brock Lesnar guy is like he's taking himself too serious for what he is.
Yeah.
Also, people on Twitter have the reading capacity of fucking kindergarten because
Yeah.
someone tweeted out, subtweeted Brock Lesnar guy saying he's a Brock Lesnar guy forever, right? And the girl was like, "Yeah, you just stink." Like every time I've met this man, he just stinks, and everyone I heard from says he stinks. Every response is about Brock Lesnar. I'm like, if you look at the tweet, she's
Context
not
clues.
referring to Brock Lesnar.
Context clues, guys.
Read, motherfucker. You saw an image of Brock Lesnar and lost your fucking mind.
So much of that happens, and it's just like, what are we doing?
So yeah, no, Brock Lesnar shouldn't be back. Even with the lawsuit thing, he's just boring. He comes in,
Yeah.
he's the dominating beast, but he might win one, he might lose one. Who cares that he fucks off?
I didn't necessarily hate.
He's
I
a
hate how
money
it
pit.
started. I hate how it started, but I didn't hate the idea of like this was Cody's kind of like a final big test to make sure that he was really the guy.
face.
Like you're
Well,
like,
listen.
oh, okay, like that story makes sense. Where you're like, okay, I could care less for Brock, but like, get. I heard licking in my background. Sorry. Leave it.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, she's fucking with her foot. Let's be. It's a dog.
I know.
Guys.
I'm
Relax.
kidding.
Get off.
But honestly, Cody Rhodes is also on the shit list this week for things he has said.
Uh-oh.
Not as bad as like everything else. It's just him, the constant vague talks about why he left AEW.
Just say it already.
It just gets
say it
more-
already.
Yeah. No, he's writing a book. He's gonna release it in a book. No, he's gonna be even more vague. It's just
Because him and Ricky
I will
Starks, that podcast with him and Starks, so they were like back and
I
forth
will-
on it.
yeah, I will continuously say Cody is one of the top 3 worst liars in wrestling. Like Carney liars. Like he rewrites history to fit his narrative. It's like, oh, he felt so disrespected in AEW. You do realize most of the time the fans hated your part because the way you booked yourself. You booked yourself to never want to win the world championship. That's not the fans.
Yeah.
That's you.
Because you didn't want to have like a Triple H type of run. Like you
Run.
didn't want to be looked at like a Triple H type of, oh, he used his
He
power
booked,
to
to book himself in the Kenny Omega had a run as AEW champion, and no one went, oh, it's because he's the owner of the company. It's
yeah, it
because
was
he was
just
putting on great matches.
it just wasn't a great run. For me, I didn't love the
Belt
69 me
collector.
dot. Yeah,
Yeah.
not even that. I don't care about that part. It's the goofy,
The
stupid,
when he went like
like
high end geek,
yeah, and I was like,
like
I don't need
but
you talking about 69ing Don Callis on TV
yeah,
every week. Like I don't need to
that part
see
is
it.
kind of
Like
goofy. But
yeah,
yeah,
I just don't
but
need
like the
Don
rest of it,
Callis.
where you're like,
his
hey,
match is great.
right,
Good
like
character work,
yeah, you're putting
kind of
on great
goofy.
matches. Yeah, and it's like
I he's doing
fuck.
Steve Urkel bits. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like come on, bro. What are we?
But like then you had the Cody verse, the Cody Island, whatever you want to call it, that subsection of wrestling that was just Cody focused. That had
Speaking
him
of,
and the Nightmare family,
was it
and it's like
last week? I forgot Anthony Agogo like existed until last week, and then he's in a group. I don't remember the group off the top of my head, but he's like with people, and I was like, he exists. I forgot
yeah,
all about that. And then that whole like Cody thing and made him look like he was going to
it
be a
was
big deal, and
like
then
where they wanted to make it feel more realistic, and they did like an actual weigh-in because Anthony Gogo is like a trained boxer. It's
yeah,
like it was goofy.
I don't even
People didn't
mind
like it.
some stuff like that where you're like, all right, let's do like weigh-ins and like pre-shows and like whatever, like
People
a
wanted
boxing
Ring of
MMA.
People wanted Ring of Honor Bullet Club Cody, like the tweener leaning more into a heel run because he's been face for so long. He
Right.
wanted to be John Cena, and the AEW fans didn't want a John Cena.
Well, he was John Cena. He got booed out of
He,
the fucking building
you got booed out
when
of your
he was trying
company.
to be when he was trying to be the super squeaky nice guy.
You want to be Super Cena in the alternative company, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted good wrestling, and you wanted sports entertainment. And then you go back, it's like, oh well, I'm showing them with success. Okay, AEW's being successful. You don't hear anyone bringing up Cody in a negative light for real.
Right.
It just seems like a lot of people who went to WWE try to be spiteful towards AEW again, CM Punk, but some of their own
Well,
words kind of bite them in the ass.
he's just spiteful everywhere.
Yeah,
Uh
CM Punk has never been in a company where he wasn't disliked by
he's very
some
much
fraction of the
like
roster.
his hero. There's just a lot of
Bret Hart.
bitterness there. And then it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
forever.
like not all of that. I like he just shit on like Gunther recently, Brett.
Yes.
I don't know if you, and I was like, all right.
All right, calm down, old man.
Careful, he'll give
Yeah,
you a super
like
kick.
every
Calm
once in
down.
a while, I'm like, I agree with a lot of the things, and then you go off the rails, and I go, I don't know where this is coming from,
Yeah.
or what place this is coming from, especially for like a guy that clearly like respects you, and then you were just like, yeah, so fuck that guy, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah, no. CM Punk is a special case.
yeah,
Because
no,
it's a
so
lot of
he's
things.
obviously
It's a lot of things he said in AEW that kind of bite him in the ass. Now that
right.
he's in WWE,
The Saudi thing, the WrestleMania
the
thing,
yeah, the
yeah,
Jack Perry thing specifically. It's like if you have a problem with Jack Perry, the problem
uh,
is you.
yeah.
Like
Although to be fair, uh, from everything I've heard about Jack Perry, that
this might
initial
just be
statement
Jack.
was just not true. Yeah.
It's just funny that he said it, and the last thing he does
It's
is
like
choke out Jack Perry.
that one didn't really bite him in the ass in terms of like he said something and then went back on it. It was like he just made an incorrect statement.
Yeah,
And so it's like, oh,
but
he
yeah,
found out he was wrong, and then everybody else around him found out that CM Punk was wrong. And then you went, oh,
I think
yeah, that's enough.
the only person who really never talked about AEW in a negative light is Jade.
Yeah.
They haven't given her a lot of
Because
mic time.
I think the worst thing is when people talk around saying, "Oh, she wasn't trained in the other place,"
Yeah. Say
even
it
though
with
she
your
was
chest,
being
put it in the
trained.
pussy.
Even it wasn't Jade saying it; it was other people saying it
Yeah.
Yeah.
about Jade. It was
Yeah,
like
well, it
she was
was
being
idiots on
trained
the
by Daniel,
internet.
by Brian Danielson.
Right.
No,
So
didn't
it
Triple
was,
H made the same comment?
I don't
I
I
think it was
don't
early
know.
on.
He might have made some sort of comment, but
It was
I don't think he made the like she wasn't being trained comment. It was something to the effect of like
she
she's
wasn't
gonna
ready.
work harder. Yeah, let's say she wasn't ready or something like that. To where you're like, I could see some of the backhandedness, and then he's not he's not doing too good for himself right now either.
Yeah,
I don't. So I'm hoping it's a bit like I'm hoping they're working everybody because that seems to be the new like meta in the company with like the Seth injury and like they
but I
kind of
don't.
worked everybody. And this like with Cross and they like specifically were chanting for Cross and he was like, "Oh yeah, Brock," and I was like, "What are you doing?"
No,
Like
yeah,
that's
them ending the post PLE interviews
well,
right on
and here,
time for Brock to come back.
so here's the thing that does make me laugh because we were bitching about them happening, and then he stops doing them, and now we're bitching about them not doing
It's
them, and it's like part of it is I crack up because how can I say this? I'm gonna be offensive. I don't care.
yeah,
They're wrestling journalists. Like
yeah.
it's not real journalism to a certain extent, especially some of the people that go there and they're trying to like stick it to WWE. And you're like, I'm going to ask them this question that they clearly and legally can't fucking answer. And you
Yes.
go, hey, answer me this legal question. I know you can't answer because you're either going to get yourself in a lot of trouble or you're going to get the company in a lot of trouble.
But
But
that's not
hey,
what.
I get to pat myself on the back for being, you know, I'm asking the tough questions. Like, no, you're being a dickhead because you know they can't answer it.
But that's not. Honestly, the complaint was they weren't at. They were basically getting fluff questions
Hey,
Right.
when they were
Because
doing.
Chris Van Fleet is a real journalist, and I stand by that.
well, technically he is because he also interviews
Yeah,
movie stars
Yeah.
and different things like that.
yeah.
I'm just
A lot of.
saying, like,
I mean, a lot of them kind of do,
yeah,
but
but
it
then you
doesn't
have
take
like
much.
random podcasters. Like that's like if one of us would like got invited to it and was like,
But
"Hey,
I would.
this is
Yeah.
Nick from Cream of the Crop podcast. So what's it like? Like what's your fucking burger order like, bro? Like
All
no
right, we're
shut
not gonna disrespect the.
I am.
Waffle
We're not
House
gonna.
guy is a real
What's your Waffle House?
journalist.
Yeah,
Listen, it's a funny
but
question, but I'm
it's a
just
funny
saying, like
bit, but sometimes
but
it
and the
gets
other thing
grating.
too though is
Oh,
like we can sit here and talk about how WWE gets fluff questions, but AEW does too. Like,
yeah,
It's
hey
about
Tony, what's it like being the savior of wrestling because you
yeah.
made the alternative company? And it's like, really? That's what you came here for?
yo
Like,
yo
No,
yo.
no, I hate that across the board. This is not a WWE
no,
thing.
I'm
This
just
is a
saying, like
yeah.
like I
If you're
think
not
fluff
gonna
questions have no
if
business
you're not
being
gonna
them, but
allow them to actually ask real questions, you shouldn't allow it to happen.
I
You
right.
agree.
shouldn't do it in the first place.
So that's
That's what
I'm
they're doing.
fine with them doing away with that thing and just having like post show interview
But
things.
it was the timing that fucked them. If they
Well,
did like two PLEs ago, then no one would have
but they
batted an
did it
eye.
the previous one, didn't they?
Exactly. It's the fact that they
Like
just started
before
doing it.
SummerSlam.
Yep. It's the fact that they did it, and it's like, oh,
Wait,
that's
wait
weird.
until Brock shows up, and
Night,
then nobody
yeah,
wants to do these again.
because night one, everyone go, oh, they got rid
No,
of
no,
it. All right, whatever.
I mean before night one. I meant before
Yeah,
like so. What
but
was the
I'm
last? What was the last PLE? Was
Saturday
it
night, I mean,
Evolution.
or well, I
uh,
guess that's what it was.
Evolution.
technically? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were they do? I think they were doing it for Evolution too, like the
yes,
post.
they did it for Evolution.
They didn't have like the thing, the junket or whatever. They had the
Yeah,
like just like the post show with what is it like Rosenberg and Tessitore and like whoever else and Big E and you're like okay yeah like I like that version better anyway. That's fine. But yeah, timing is obviously a little suspect though.
that's what made it. That's what pointed out to everybody.
What?
It's just the time. So, but timing is not very strong to it because they said let's double down on the dumb decisions and announce the
we're
ESPN deal.
They like
we're like,
quadruple
yeah,
down.
we're at quad
Yeah.
down now at this point.
We're Octo
Um,
Kids level.
I
So,
I
yeah.
did I will say that I tried to message, not like direct message, but I like commented on a post that like Sean Ross Sapp when he announced the ESPN deal, and I didn't
saw.
get an answer. But I think the library is still going to be on Peacock.
So here,
No, I think
I
the
got
live.
no,
Okay.
I specifically researched this because I knew it would be a question.
Okay.
So from everything I've seen, Peacock will still have the library continuity of all the old WWE shows. ESPN solely has the right to the pay-per-views.
Correct.
If you have a cable subscriber like a Hulu Live TV, YouTube TV, etc.,
Costs nothing.
you get those. It's just part of the deal. If you do not, then you have to pay the $30 a month to receive those pay-per-views. Other avenue you could go as someone as someone that wink wink absolutely doesn't do this, but just happens to know about it.
It's a pirate's life.
VPNs are about $10, give or take some cheaper. Netflix is about what, 15 now?
Damn, what $10 VPN you got?
I got Nord for $10 a month.
Oh, you know what? I have the same one, but I paid $50 a year.
Okay, so that's, you just probably get it cheaper than I do because I do it monthly.
Yeah.
And just tell your computer you live in the UK and you get all the pay-per-views. You get SmackDown, NXT, and Raw all on Netflix.
Because only in the US where they shop everything like and divided everything up.
Yeah. No,
it's such a bad business
so
model.
I did
like,
the math.
Yeah.
For you to digest all of just WWE to digest all of their content on a monthly basis, their Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-view, etc., it is going to cost you about anywhere from $90 to $110 a month. Depending on who your cable provider is, if you have cable, because I know they all have kind of different prices, but
also $30 a month for one show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was paying,
like, I'd almost rather them just do like pay-per-view. Like, you know what I mean? Like how AEW still does like pay-per-view. I know they have the deal with was Triller and
Triller. I can't remember who the second one is, but I know Triller was the
they have
one.
fucking Prime.
Yeah.
I know you still have to pay for it even if you have Prime, like whatever, but that's the same thing with ESPN. Like I had ESPN Plus forever and I went, "Oh, you still require me to like pay for like UFC fights and stuff like that, or I still need to have a cable subscription to watch like MLB games or whatever they're broadcasting that day." And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I paying you for?
That's the other part of this deal, is that $30 a month includes all UFC pay-per-views. And it includes, I think,
like NFL, without having to pay extra,
it's just part of it. Okay. Yeah. And I believe it includes NFL Red Zone. I think that's the only part I never got clarification on.
It's just ESPN trying to create a library big enough to warrant their own streaming service. So WWE was the final
here's the
nail in
thing.
the coffin.
If you're a big UFC guy and you're a big WWE guy, that's not bad because you get everything.
If you're just WWE,
I don't really watch UFC anymore, and I haven't for some time now. You know, John Jones era was kind of where I stopped. You know, after
once the cocaine stopped,
I was done. Watching. You know,
this is all biting them in the ass from the network being $9.99.
Yeah.
Well,
this is
huge jump.
No, that's what it was.
It is absolutely what it was, and I say this. It's funny because I teach people, like when I train people, because I work in sales. Like you give them a number, and then you raise that number. They want to go back to the other number.
Yeah.
How much especially when WWE Network, which rest in peace by the way, I loved WWE Network. I thought it was so easy to navigate and stuff, like all the things that you were looking for were easily findable.
Well, it was like $20 a month, wasn't it?
No,
No,
it's
it was
not
10 bucks a
99.
month. It was
Was it
$9.99.
$9.99? For some reason,
They
I
had
made shirts.
signs, they had
They made
shirts, they
shirts.
had, and they would like hashtag 9.99. Like they had a whole thing, and and it was like just in time for WrestleMania 30. So you were like, fuck yeah, everybody and their mother signing up for this fucking thing because you're telling me I could get WrestleMania 30 for fucking free because I ain't paying $10 a month for all the pay-per-views and all the fucking library that's ever existed from WCW, ECW, AWA, like all this other crazy shit. Oh my god, yeah, I'm spending $10 a month for this. Yeah, the 9.99 share. I see that. Yeah, like so. Yeah, like they had. Oh right, I forgot about the flag under the fucking thing.
Yep, they really did promote, and that bit them in the ass because every time the price would go up, you're reminded of that.
Yeah.
The fact that the initial price was $9.99 for a giant network, then they went to Peacock, which was significantly worse, slightly boosted up, but it's like it's Peacock. You're getting a whole bunch of shows, so it's not just WWE.
Catching
But
up on my
going from
SBU,
that,
bro. Like it's awesome.
but going from that to their pretty much its own thing for 30, that's where a lot of people are going to drop.
And it's just the PLDs. Like that's where it's.
You're telling me I have to pay for Netflix and this fucking subscription just to watch your show? No.
Right. Plus, have a cable, like, to watch SmackDown. Plus, you know what I mean? Like,
It's a
at
bigger.
least like with AEW right now, I can watch Dynamite and Collision because I
Own it.
have HBO's.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
And eventually they'll lower the prices of probably starting next year of the
Well, because the pay-per-views are going to
pay-per-views.
be on HBO
Yep.
next year, right? That was
Yep.
the agreement. Yeah. So.
And then it'll be a discounted price.
Real-
Probably is the
But
same
like
thing as
also all their pay-per-views are currently on, like all their older pay-per-views are currently on HBO. Like,
No, they're not. They
I
slowly
thought they
drip
were.
feed. They slowly drip feed pay-per-views.
Oh, okay.
So it's not completely all of them, but it's a good chunk of them.
I saw them pop up and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I didn't
it's like
bother to look at all of them.
it'll be like every 2 months they're like, oh, we added this group of pay-per-views to the collection. So yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty
It's good.
decent.
Yeah, you can still watch a Forbidden Door, the Forbidden Door from 2 years ago, the first one,
Right.
and there's like a couple more. They did them in a random order too, so
Yeah, that's weird. Because you would think maybe you want to go back and like, oh, excuse me.
no,
Go
because
back
they
and
were still they were still selling the reruns of those pay-per-views.
So, real quick, just not to interrupt. It looks like Scarlett and Carrion have both confirmed their release.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was still speculated or not. I just got an Instagram hit for both of them.
Oh, they confirmed it through a YouTube video
Did they? Okay.
earlier today.
Yeah, they were doing something for because his book just came out.
I'm gonna buy his book just because
Uh-huh.
just because.
Sounds like it's a pretty good read from like people that have already purchased it. But I know he was doing like a Q&A thing, or he was doing like a thing, and then they were talking about it, like doing the video.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail there. I just
No, it's just
I wasn't sure if it had. I hadn't seen yet if it had been
that. But that's one of the other
confirmed.
things of like where they're just like really just making themselves look stupid.
You had Paul Heyman on like a upper tier wrestling podcast go, they need to give the people this guy because this guy's killing it. He's got a good, and I think KJ disagrees, but
They just compared him to Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. Like Stone Cold in ECW where you let him go, or like WCW where you let him go and now he's going to go somewhere else and blow up, or like how does that?
which part?
Which version are we talking about here? Like,
Yeah.
No, I hate it. I don't understand the thought process there. It seemed the writing was kind of on the walls when he loses to Sammy. And it's just like, huh? What? That's what we've led this all up to, is for Sammy to win here? Like, I don't understand.
Well, the other thing that throws me off too is like apparently I saw something where like that Sam Roberts thing that he did after WrestleMania, like where he like went off script, but
Yeah.
you could kind of feel. Apparently, they said that rubbed people the wrong way, like backstage, and you're like, okay, but
That's kind of
then
the
didn't you
point.
make like a fucking shirt that like notates? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I don't want that. Why? I asked for men and you gave me Hulk Hogan. I don't want Hulk Hogan.
It's not gonna work for me, brother.
Yeah. I'm good. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry.
You're fine. I'm just watching you stare into the the holy gates. Or what is it from
Oh
Indiana
yeah,
Jones?
it's the good shoulder, a good soldier shirt, because that was what he was talking about
Yeah.
on the. So like they have, I might even buy it.
Oh yeah, any merch I can get on get now. I don't know, because I'm a relatively new follower of his as far as like not knowing who he was to going, man, like I really like this guy. I like his in-ring performance. I like his character work. And it's so painful to watch somebody that I think could be a top guy just get nothing.
But also, it's a guy who got himself over,
Yeah.
and they went,
Meh.
that's not gonna work for me, brother. Like, it's just like it's a weird. You want these guys to be able to, and like I understand that sometimes, like, hey, listen, we didn't have this planned. Let's let it simmer a bit, and like, yeah, you could kind of say, to an extent, like continuing to like tease the crowd and not give them like almost makes him more popular. So like, all right, yeah, let's kind of fuck with it a little bit and just kind of see like let's piss them off a little bit more and get them more excited for him when he does show up. You could be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that would be a great strategy if they executed the strategy instead of just executing the contract and going, okay, let's be done. Like, oh, okay.
No, I was loving the stuff he was doing with Sammy as far as the, that premise of he turns all the good guys bad. I enjoyed that. I enjoy his in-ring work. I think he does a great job in the ring. Is he like the most spectacular in-ring performer there ever was? No.
No.
But he is a solid in-ring performer that seems to be a very safe in-ring performer. Has a good gimmick that he plays off very well. I know there's disagreement of, it's a diet Wyatt family. I disagree with that. I don't think it's any way kind of Wyatt family-ish. I do think it's its own
No.
thing.
I called him a great value Bray Wyatt, but I don't mean that in the sense of they both do spooky gimmicks. I compare their mindset to wrestling. Great mic work and storylines that really captivate you, but the in-ring work is what kills it. And also they're never given the true push that they really deserve for the creativity that they have.
Yeah.
Well, did you see a thing where I don't know if it's mentioned in the book or where, because I just saw something posted about how I guess, obviously prior to Bray passing, they wanted to have something with Kross and the Righteous before obviously the Righteous ended up staying with like picking AEW. And I thought that would have been really interesting to kind of watch.
Yeah.
Kind of see that kind of thing happen. That would have
No,
been fun.
I think he gives off a better Messiah gimmick than Seth does.
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah.
kind of, and that's inherently kind of what we're running back with him again, is we're just kind of doing a less crazy version of the Messiah gimmick. Or because it was Messiah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
What are they called now? Didn't they announce what their group's name was? Seth and them.
No,
I
they
think he
never. They don't have a
said
name.
I think he said during the thing Monday, he said something, and I don't know if they calling it that, but he like, this is something or other and like made it sound like that's the name of the group, but I'm not 100% sure
Gotcha.
that's like I don't know that they confirmed that.
Yeah, it's so wild to me that you have Heyman, who inherently is, in my opinion, one of the top people next to Triple H in that degree. You know, he's definitely up there. Maybe not the right hand man, but he's definitely a spokesperson in that. At least from what I've seen in the Unreal, because that's what kind of pisses me off even more is now seeing what these behind the scenes look like. I go, oh well, no wonder this shit sucks. Like this is the dumb like this is a bunch of yes men and like and Pritchard.
Well, yes, man. I will say the Chelsea Green winning the Rumble idea sounds hilariously awful.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing where it's like
they eliminate each other and she comes out and just wins.
She comes out as number 30 and just wins automatically.
Yep,
and, like,
and we can hear the TVs turning off.
That's so awful, but I would still like crack the fuck up and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they did that."
But I just I don't know, man. I hope I'm like you. I hope this is like an R-Truth thing where maybe we do it and the fans complain. But even then,
R-Truth.
But even then, we brought R-Truth back and then did nothing with them. Yeah, no, we just reverted it back to
that should be a sign that he shouldn't do it. He shouldn't re-sign with WWE.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they did. They brought him back so they can say they listened to the fans, had this big moment, and then immediately backtracked on everything he did. He wanted to be taken serious. He wanted to be called Ron Killings. They never referred to him as Ron Killings.
Yeah.
Like,
apparently that was part of his contract, reportedly. He was to be referred to as Ron Killings.
Well, they gave him a shirt, and then that was it.
Yeah. So, also, I linked.
I saw the Pro Wrestling Tees link.
Yeah, rather use that than support WWE in any way. Because I'm pretty sure any merch, there's more
same
percentage.
Quality.
Yeah, I like Pro Wrestling Tees.
I like the GFY. I might get that.
But that kind of leads me to the next thing. So, let's talk. Let's kind of gather our thoughts here about the Cena turn or the lack thereof.
It was top 5 greatest heel turns of all time. One of the worst heel runs of all time. And that's how we remember it.
I wouldn't say. I don't know if I agree with worst. There was aspects I liked of it, but the face turn really kind of diminished all of it. Like, here's the thing. We all knew he was going to finish out his face. Like, there was no way he was going to end his career as heel.
They should have did the heel turn way earlier.
Yeah.
Because
Rumble.
It just seemed...
I think Rumble screwing Jay over in some way, shape, or form, and then just, fuck you, I'm doing this because I want to,
And then have Jay win the elimination chamber.
And then you have a redemption arc between him and Jay.
I will slightly disagree, only because I do like how him losing the Rumble, he had that surprised look on his face, then was like, hey, I'm getting myself into that chamber. And that was like kind of the first point where you were like, huh.
When he started saying he said best for business.
Yep. And he's like, I'm gonna get myself in. I was like, ooh, okay. And then, everything's still going normal, and you're like, okay, that's fine, but still a little weird. And then I did like the heel turn, like just the way it was executed, and clearly watched Seth give Punk the stomp and like did all that. Okay, great. Obviously, Rock and Travis Scott.
Yeah, we're not talking about that part.
Ruin part, but like, okay, but like he turns babyface because Cody asked him to. Like, that's
put him through a table. That's all it took.
Cody put him through a table. That's all it took.
Knocked him back.
Well, but like, and then made him sign it. Yeah, and it was just like, okay,
forced him into a match that he didn't have to legally take a part of because that's
no,
that's how a contract works.
He said that if his name is on that contract, he legally has to perform.
That's not legal. That's not how that works. He didn't sign that. He signed it under duress, aka he was unconscious.
You could say
Yeah,
that was the
that's not
least
a legally
duress.
binding
You could say that
contract.
being unconscious would be the least duress you'd ever be in.
Um, so but it was just like I want to see the John Cena of old and like the real jump, and I was like,
I want the best
oh, okay.
version of you. I want
And then he comes
the.
out and goes, "That's what I'm gonna do," and I'm like, "Wait, what happened? What? Hold on." And like
And then
the
had a
way he
beer with
described
them.
it, of like, okay, they abandoned me. Like, I really feel like I thought these people were gonna have my back and they didn't, and I've been out here stranded by myself, and like, I really see now that these people didn't have my back. Like, okay, yeah, fine, whatever. It's a good reason. It's just a weird,
Made a kid
like,
cry in Brussels.
yeah, but it's just like a weird, like, okay, we just did that now, and I'm like, okay, well, that's that. Get off. She came back, and now I have to yell at her
No,
again.
you're fine.
Uh,
I saw her wander in. I go, oh no.
yeah. Well, she went over there. I have like her bed set up. Normally her bed's upstairs in the bedroom, even though she sleeps in our bed. Don't paw me. But she, we were trying to get her to lay down here because we didn't want her trying to jump in the bed with her bad foot and all that stuff. And then she went over there and immediately started going to town on her leg. And thankfully, my wife is close by and like threw a pillow at her real quick. And it was like, so then she got tired of that and came back over here, hoping I wouldn't
Pay attention.
Yeah. Even though she's begging me for attention at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, I know we had speculated how the face turn was gonna go. This was not in my bingo card of just cause. Because I explained it, my wife was like, "Oh, they're cheering for him now again." I go, "Yeah." I go,
Yeah.
"He was a bad guy, and then just had a turn that was pretty much just he didn't want to do it anymore." It's just that's kind of what it was. She goes, "That seems lazy." I go, "It does, doesn't it?"
Tired of this, Grandpa. Like that was it. Like it was just.
Hey, I was waiting for the Stone Cold Stunner when they shared a beer. I was like, come on, just.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to be like a.
Just kidding, nerd.
All right, just get get fucked, loser. Like here's another dick kick for you.
Which is an unfortunate because they turned around and had a really good match at SummerSlam.
No, and they did. And I thought it was cool. Like he came out with the all black, just John Cena, and then when the beat dropped, it like went back into the never give up and blah blah. I was like, oh, that was a fun little thing.
Yeah.
It's
a shame it was a waste to get there, but
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately was probably the best part of SummerSlam. I do feel that most of SummerSlam was super underwhelming. The ladder match, although I enjoyed, the ending was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
That's the jelly roll thing was what it was.
I will give props to somebody who clearly tried to take it as seriously as he could.
Yeah.
I will say that for as much as like, the whole like celebrity involvement.
He wasn't bad.
Get a little whatever. I mean, the guy took a fucking frog splash through the table, did the whole like I'm getting help to the back, and then was like, nah, fuck it, and then took the pin apparently because that's what he wanted to lose. Like he didn't want to win. And I was like, you know what? I can respect that. Like as much as we were like, kind of wish this wasn't happening. At least he took it seriously, and you could tell that he wanted to take it seriously. He wanted to like do right by them as much as he could. Fuck it, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'll give that.
Was it an amazing match? No. Was he obviously that great in the ring? Not really.
He's
I mean,
fine.
for as much as like a couple of months of training is gonna get you, I guess, or like a couple. I don't know how long he was training for, but I think it's been like 3 months or 4 months or whatever it was. Of like, okay, fuck it. I don't know how we felt about the rest of the show. I mean, I don't know your guys' opinions on it. I know WWE is just kind of pissing us all off at the moment, so it's like,
It was all.
I didn't think SummerSlam was bad.
No,
I thought Gunther and CM Punk was solid. It might have went a little longer than it needed to at times, but I didn't think it was a bad match.
Had a good, I mean, the Seth Rollins thing I thought was very well done considering, I mean, it seemed like a very legit injury.
I guess he sold it really well too because he was like constantly on crutches. Like
yeah. Well, they
anywhere
showed
he
like
could be.
video. They showed videos of him just out and about with his kid, where like he's using the crutches.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, that's a level of commitment. Like, and Becky feeding into it too. Like, you know, heel Becky feeding into, you know, oh, I guess some of my tweets were a bit far fetched or some shit like that.
Dom and AJ was
I
you know?
didn't like. I really thought AJ was gonna. It's my issue with that is all the build up to the outcome everybody wanted.
Yeah.
And then we just kept the title on him. And it's like,
Yep.
yeah, like this guy hasn't done anything with the title really since he's won it. Like AJ's kind of on his way out. Maybe let him have a little reign of something, and then, you know, because AJ will actually wrestle.
Give it to Sheamus.
Shit, I'd be fine with that. Like, that's cool with me. I do like how we kind of cucked everybody with the Austin Theory Grayson Waller breakup because he got injured and then just went, yeah, fuck that guy. And it's like,
it's weird because he's.
They also moved him to the alumni section on the
they do.
page.
I thought they did that with the injured staff
No,
I thought they did that with Randy too when he got injured.
No, because Brock has been on the active roster.
Yeah,
he was never on alumni.
Or was it?
No, because
I thought it was. I didn't think it was. He got moved to alumni.
It's the internal roster. He's removed from it. That's what it was.
right. Yeah, that just kind of flopped and happened, and then trying to think. Oh, are we surprised Jade didn't win against Tiffany Stratton?
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everybody figured she was gonna win, and then they were like, "All right, so she didn't," which is maybe a nice kind of like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, you all thought this was gonna happen, and we didn't."
The only thing I can think is that they're gonna set this up for her and Naomi, like they're gonna have her do
for her to go to Raw.
Yeah, I mean that's the only projection I see at this point, unless they're gonna run Tiffany and her back again.
No, heel turn. Tiffany does a heel turn. Jade does a heel turn down the line. This is how we build to Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like they're starting to sow that. Like, obviously they brought her out. She was at the show. Wasn't she at the show Monday, or was she at the show Sunday? Was she on SmackDown? Maybe they didn't show her on Monday.
No, she was on the show.
I think I saw like a clip of something with her in it, and maybe that was because she interacted with. Oh yeah, it was SmackDown because she interacted with Julia and Kiana, right?
Yeah.
Kiana James, yeah. And then Michin was like, "Oh shit, I'll take the business card. I want to get a title shot, something, whatever the fuck." And like, okay. I've seen more clips than I thought I did, so that's I know I said I didn't see pretty much anything but Raw this week. My week got a little upended. I usually watch I watch Raw at the gym. I watch Dynamite at the gym. Because usually after work, I'm like on the treadmill and just watching like wrestling and stuff.
Discord.
I have not been to the gym since Monday. Oh, am I? Okay. I don't know if you caught any of what
I caught Jim, and then you turned into a robot. And
oh yeah, no, I was just saying I watch the shows while I'm at the gym. Like I go to the gym after work, I get out late, so then I just put the shows on. But I haven't caught anything this week. My week's been a little hectic.
Yeah.
So.
No, I caught up on SmackDown earlier this morning just because of that same kind of thing where it's been a busy weekend. Well, that's all the topics I got, guys. Is there anything else you want to touch on? I know I wasn't sure if there's anything else as far as stuff that pissed us off this week that we want to grumpily talk about.
No, I will say I wanted to add something in at some point.
Mhm.
I wanted to have like favorite kind of like spot of the week or like move of the week or something, because I saw something that caught my eye, and it was who was it? It was Gates of Agony versus Brody King and Bandito, and they were going to do the like trade chop spot that I fucking hate so much.
Yeah.
And one of the guys, I can't remember the guy's name, set it up like he was gonna do the chop and then hit him with the throat shot instead. And I was like, that, do more of that. Like, yes,
Oh,
like
wow.
we're gonna trade, but it was like the cross chop spot where it was like, hey, I'm gonna, nope, just kidding, fuck you. Like, and I was like, I love seeing that. Like, hey, we're gonna do this trade. I'm gonna stand here and let you chop me. Now I'll chop you. Okay, now you chop me. And it was like, fuck you, hitting you right in the throat. And I was like, yes, I love that. That was great.
My
I
favorite.
need to see more things like that.
My favorite spot was Candice LeRae going through the fucking ladder and almost dying. It's-
Who took a better bump, her or AJ Francis? Who took the more gruesome looking bump?
I mean, as a man, AJ.
Yeah, AJ,
Francis.
yeah, AJ Francis. is
But
pretty rough.
that was only because he's a fucking idiot. This guy tried to
Yeah.
jump over the ropes and made it all the more like. I think the other outcome, no matter what it would have been better than that one.
It's a rough spot.
But I mean, she had a bit. I mean, you saw SmackDown. They did the clip where they showed her. I mean, she got a giant like fucking bruise this big on her leg.
Yeah.
Cause she, I mean, that's a nasty hit she took. Where I'm like, ooh, I don't think she caught much of that ladder. I think it
He
was
takes bumps all the time.
like I think that was all just straight to the ground. No, like I said,
I mean,
that was a good match.
My favorite bump of hers was Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. The lumbar check.
Lumbar
where she
check,
just,
triple
just
flips.
flies.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that match itself was had some moments in that I'm like, oh god. Like Dexter Loomis shittily doing a kind of a senton.
An ass drop.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like it's a leg drop. It's a center. He just put his ass on him.
He just seemed also equally surprised of what the outcome was when he like it's the face he makes going down. It's like, this will be what it is. Oh god. What you got, KJ? You got a spot?
I got nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
No.
I was making sure I didn't want to end it before you got a chance. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're going to draw the end of our show. As always, you can catch us on the YouTubes just about every week that I decide to actually upload. This should be going up by Wednesday, so feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you had a favorite moment this week, let us know what it is. And as always, we are the Cream of the Crop podcast, and we will catch you guys on the other side of the ring. Have a good night.